There is almost nothing you eat that won't have, at some point, travelled by truck. But getting Spanish melons like these to supermarket shelves requires a lot of petrol, and the price of that hit record highs. Fuel costs alone have spiked 30% for this importing business. They, in turn, left no choice but to charge more.
We're a low-margin business, high-volume turnover. We don't have the margins to absorb it. We have to pass it on, and hopefully our customers absorb some of it with us. I've been employed by the company for 40 years, and this is the biggest increase I have ever personally seen. And the downturn in demand has been the biggest downturn that I can remember.
And that downturn's seen too by those selling straight to the public. It is food and fuel costs that largely drove inflation to new 40-year highs. They try to offer affordable food here. It's getting harder.
Chicken is increased by 30%. Fillets, which is what we use, a lot of fillets for our dumpling burgers. We also do like chicken strips. That has gone up by 47%. Yeah, oil as well, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oil has gone up 130%.
If customers don't come, his staff could lose work, but they are feeling the squeeze.
Leasing a car, mortgages, we're gonna have to start thinking about things completely differently just to be able to manage.
You go to the shop, before we do £30, we come back with half of the trolley. Now with £30, small basket. Even my grandson, he can carry the basket because nothing inside.
There was a point earlier this year when wages were rising roughly in line with inflation. There was a degree to which people could manage this. But that's no longer the case. Pay in real terms is now falling quite significantly. It is perhaps the key issue underlining this week's strikes. Other professions have threatened to follow suit, and what's being called a summer of discontent is now a real possibility.
Is everyone successful with something that opens and shuts?
Yeah. Teachers are one group that have threatened to strike. Public sector pay is lagging much further behind. Many, like Jill, are fed up.
I think teachers do deserve a big pay rise, absolutely. We've been social workers, we've been psychiatrists, psychologists, we've picked things up when they've fallen down, we've helped parents, we've been everything to everybody. And I think that deserves some recognition.
And it may all grate further, given the government's now pledged pensions will rise in line with inflation. The Chancellor insists this won't make things worse.
Pensions are not an input cost into the cost of producing goods and services we all consume, so they don't add to inflation in the same way.
There is increasingly a sense people can't cope with much more. Trucks of food will keep moving, but so will the cost. Helen Ann Smith, Sky News.